My name is HUNID, and you're watching HUNID Speaks. Today we're here with Sav of Burbank High School, and I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sav. I'm class of 2026.
That's it.
That's
All right. So jumping right into it, what was it like first going down with your injury?
First going down with my injury, I didn't really believe it at first that it had happened to me. You know, I would never expected it to happen to me. So yeah.
What was the recovery like?
My recovery was kind of a struggle for me a little bit at first in the beginning, because obviously my knee was like very swollen and everything, and I didn't really have any like motivation at that time because my leg was like so swollen. I felt like I couldn't do anything.
So what was your mindset really overall during that time?
During my whole recovery process? Or
Yeah, the recovery.
my mindset, I try to stay as positive as I could throughout all the months of me like doing therapy and stuff like that. I try not to really think of it like in a negative way as much, because I know that if I thought about it in a negative way, it would like, my whole mindset would like change.
Right. So mentally, when you have an injury, how does that affect you, like as far as mental health and things of that nature?
Well, actually, I had a lot of injuries before, like with my ankles and stuff, and that like it sucked. Even it just being an ankle sprain, like any injury, like it messes with you.
In what kind of way? What do you mean by that?
The kind of way I mean is like, obviously, like you're set back. Sometimes the injuries could be like more severe than the others, so it sets you back for sure.
I see, I get it. So were there any like down points during your time trying to come back and recover where you just like felt like you would just almost quit?
At the beginning, I would say like right after the surgery, like a couple of days after, that's when I started feeling it the most. Like I felt like I couldn't even do the things I used to do by myself. I always had to have somebody there helping me.
I see, that makes sense. So what was your support system like during that time, and what did they really add to your process trying to recover? Like, did they add the motivation you needed to be able to keep going?
Yeah, I think everybody around me really helped me throughout the whole process, like my coaches, my family, definitely really my mom. She helped me through it all. The motivation was very encouraging for me because I didn't look at it in a bad way. You know, I looked at it from other people's perspectives, that they were trying to like help me and stuff.
Okay. So physical therapy, first of all, what was that like for you going through physical therapy just flat out after the injury?
Well, it was actually kind of like up and down. I've been to 2 therapies. The first one wasn't really like going over the stuff that I really needed to. So then that, I feel like that set me back a bit. So then I had to transfer to another physical therapy. And at that one, I feel like I really improved there rather than the first one I had went to.
How was the environment there at physical therapy? What is that like?
The first one really, it didn't really do much. It was just every time I would go, I would just go on the table. They would like do my exercises like for me and stuff. And the second one I went to, which is the one I feel like I progressed in, the environment was, there was like a lot of people there rather than the first one I had went. It was very busy, you know, different people, like the people there, they would be different people like each day helping me rather than the first one just the same person. So I feel like my second therapy was like better.
Okay, that's good. Great experiences with the second one.
Yeah.
How do you think your body's gonna react when you come back for a full season?
Definitely not the same, but I can work my way back up, hopefully the way I was my sophomore and freshman year.
So you're playing spring league right now, right? Are you on like restricted minutes or something?
No, I'm not.
So you get to play like,
Yeah.
okay. So over your high school career, you've played with your sister Nyla. How has she impacted your playing style, or your playing at it in general?
I played with her for like quite a while, and I feel like we do have really good chemistry together, and I feel like that helps the team more, you know?
Yeah. Does you feel like that gives you an advantage playing with your sister?
Yeah, it definitely does give me an advantage.
Do you think that's how it is with all siblings?
All my other siblings?
No, like in general, sports. You have sibling duos.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
y'all like train together, work together, push each other, so definitely, yeah.
So in academics and sports, how do you balance those two out?
I usually take care of my academics first because I feel like without that you can't really get you could be good at a sport, but I feel like they're gonna look at the academics first.
Right. Grades. Coach Will at Sam Houston football always talks about grades, doing it right in the classroom first. So what's your advice to athletes who would fall behind sometimes in the classroom?
My advice would be to just try to stay on top of your stuff as much as possible as you can.
How much of a factor do you think teachers are in that? Sometimes teachers don't put in grades on time. How much of a factor do you think that is?
Well, I do know some teachers don't really put the grades on time, but with me, like my mom, she's like on me all the time. So obviously when she's on me, I gotta be on my teachers, like not in a rude way, but you know, like, hey, like I did this, can you put in this assignment, you know?
Yeah.
Just they really won't do it themselves unless you constantly like have to remind them.
Right. So that's how it is at Sam too sometimes.
Yeah.
So now, I know you didn't have anything last time. I'm hoping you have some this time. Words of wisdom.
My words of wisdom are to anybody that's been in any like injury, either small or big. Always think positive throughout the whole process. Always have a good mindset throughout the whole thing, because without that, I feel like you would just think down on yourself, down on the whole process, the whole situation, and you won't really develop. That would be my words of wisdom.
All right, great advice. So now, anything else that you want to talk about outside of all of that? Literally anything in the world.
No, I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
Okay. You want to wrap it up there?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of HUNID Speaks here with Sav. That's all I got for y'all.